All right, is there such a thing as disease-fighting beer? And could it be on shelves soon?
Joining us on the KOGO News Live line is the founder and CEO of Diamond Physicians in Dallas, Dr. James Pinkney. Dr. James, what is this beer you speak of that fights disease?
Well, it's actually the beer hops that can fight disease. And as you know, hops is a flower that's used to brew beer. It offers flavoring and stability. And there's a chemical in the hops called humulones that have anti-inflammatory properties, antimicrobial properties, and is an antioxidant as well.
So when we talk about fighting disease, what kind of diseases are we talking about?
Well, the hope, a lot of medications are derived from plants. So the hope is that we can isolate these humulones from the hops flowers and synthesize them and use them to create a new generation of medication. So a new generation of antibiotics or antiviral medications that can treat any disease, really.
Now, you say that these are they have anti-cancer, anti-inflammatory properties. How do researchers actually go about trying to isolate these chemicals or these parts of the hops flower?
Well, it's a very complicated three-step process, and according to this new research that they've released, they've only gotten past the first two steps. So they haven't actually been able to isolate the humulone and be able to synthesize it in the lab, but they're very close. So after they are able to do this, then they can start replicating the humulones and then trying to go into chemical trials and figure out how we can derive new medications from these substances.
So let's say I have some type of inflammatory disease. You're not saying that I can go down a Corona and it'll help?
Exactly. That is the headline's a little deceptive. It's actually the beer hops, the humulones, the alpha acids that are found within beer that can be effective, but not the actual beer itself.
So you're looking at a let's say a Stone Arrogant Bastard IPA. That's probably going to be a little bit better for you than your average lager, just because of the amount of hops that goes into it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's the type of hops as well. Some hops have more alpha acids than others. But yes, in theory.
Is it too early to suggest, disease-fighting hops, so to speak, to patients? I'm sure there still needs to be some studies done.
Oh, absolutely. This is an initial breakthrough, but I from the article, I happen to deduce that we're several years away from actually deriving these humulones and then using them to actually create a new generation of medication.
Yeah, but I just had this lovely vision in my head, Dr. James, of people walking down the beer aisle going, let's see, I've got that swollen eye, I better get this IPA. It seems too good to be true.
You never know. Maybe they can synthesize humulones and make them concentrated enough to inject back into the beer, and we could have an actual beer-fighting cancer or beer-fighting disease out there.
Really interesting. All right. Thank you very much, Dr. James. That is Dr. James Pinkney, founder and CEO of Diamond Physicians in Dallas.